I was thinking about Africa. Africa. There's this Bob Marley songs which start with Africa. Man, you know. Anyways, so I remember when I came to Finland 2011, 2010, November 17th to be exact. And I went to see, foreigners and stuff to start my life as a foreigner. And then I met a lot of African students, and some came with scholarships, some came with their own money, and blah blah. And they used to tell me from Finland, they used to take them. They used to give them schools, and they have to show some money in their bank accounts, and they will work part time and they study part time, and they graduate and then they don't even get a job, so they go to cleaning, or post office jobs, even though they graduate from good schools and with good degrees and masters sometimes, and they still live here even though they have that. And I was surprised that why would they live here if they don't have a job, or if they have already masters, and if they can go to other countries to work, but they just don't want to. And I was confused at that time, and they used to tell me there was a lot of them when they came around the year 2000. It's like someone told me there was full of African in a plane for study to Europe. So it's like diversity visa, but it's for school. And so when I came here in 2010, it's been already 10 years, so they already became European, or Finnish. They have passports, they speak the language, they're locals, they have their own house, apartment, and blah blah, so they're citizens. So everything I say, when I see some new things and I complain about it, they're like, what the fuck, and why you talk about this about our country? I'm like, bro, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I couldn't get any air, so I just start on my own. And then on top of that, because I couldn't get a job as a musician, and I had to go to some integration plan and blah blah. So I was a bit pissed, and then I started looking into things like the law or politics, because I know I have my rights to look into things and ask whoever is in charge. And then the person who's in charge is a foreigner, and then he doesn't even they talk to me as if they're they never been to Africa, they're not from Africa, or I didn't understand. Maybe we have different kind of backgrounds, and I don't understand why they came to Finland if they're not that poor, or for a change. And but I just felt like they have been brainwashed or something, because I couldn't get anything into their mind, and not there, but some people's mind, and trying to make them understand that it's really not fair. But they're like, no, it's okay because we get some government money and blah blah, or some post office work or cleaning work for $800,000, blah blah. But yeah. So and then someone actually told me a joke that it doesn't matter if you come with the boat or with the plane, you're the same nigga. So I feel like I'm alone, because most of them are spoiled already, and they are here, they don't even want to go back to their countries. And I understand Africa is a poor country, but now it's developing so fast, which is good. But yeah, it's fascinating to see a black man forget his roots, and some of them will just sell you for a bag of wheat or something. I don't understand. you know, when you are raw and then you are new, they make all the concentration on you so that they can hide behind you. But I'm not scared. You know, I've seen so many things. I've heard stories of people who came from a desert, you know, who has been through so many things that they have to eat each other. Like when someone dies, they eat, and blah blah blah, which is understandable. But survival stuff, or who came from war and now they are here and then they still think there's a war in Africa, and then they sparkle that, and then people pay attention to that. The more you pay attention to one thing, the more you like manifest things, the more it happens. So I can't get into them. Like, stop talking about bad things about African people, because we don't need that. Like, what we need to talk about is like what happened to Africa, and we need to fix that with white people, because white people want to help. That's what I understand, but they don't know how. They just follow whoever nigga says is the way, and then finally they're like, oh shit, we did the bad thing, so would they follow the next one? All they want to do is help, because they already have the power and the wealth, whatever they get it from, you know. So Africa needs to wake up, man. That's my message for you and for me as well. We need to stop biting each other's ass, or stab each other's in the back. If you have something to say, just go to the person and say, hey, I heard this, and then maybe you should stop this, or like, if you don't do this, this will happen to you. Like, help each other, don't bite each other. Or even Americans, you know, the black Americans, like, stop, like, getting yourself brainwashed. Read something like authentic, or like raw, like original, and don't get pissed, because life has its own way of taking its own trash out. Don't worry. I'm not worried. And protect yourself at all times. That's what I'm going to say. And we'll see you. See you on the next vlog, I guess. Peace.